Alright guys, this is Rex Wu here. I want to do a video to show you how to replace this old Honeywell thermostat with this brand new Nest Pro 3rd generation. And if you do have some thermostat that's similar to this unit, hopefully it will save you some money. Okay, and that's the hope of doing that, because this is not easy to take it off. So I thought I would make a video for you. So first and foremost, guys, turn off the power. Go behind the thermostat, and that's where the actual HVAC unit is stored at. And we have verified, as I looked at that thermostat wire, see coming out there, and it comes right here in this unit, right? And this is where the heating and cooling is, and it happened to have this 120 volt wire. And this wire was originally connected to this wall power 120 volt. I just unplugged it, and once you unplug it, no more power goes into this unit. Even though we're dealing with the low voltage, but you want to make sure there's no power going into that thermostat, right? As a secondary precaution, I also turn off the breaker. So breaker's off, no power, pretty much it's done deal. And if you want to double check one more time, you come into the unit and just kind of mess with the heating, and you can turn up and down. There's no more sound anymore. Okay. Now, just as a disclaimer, I did kind of remove the unit a little bit here because it took me a long time to remove it, so I don't want to waste time to do a video. So this thing's already loose. Okay, so that's a disclaimer for you guys. Okay. All right. So I'm going to put this camera right next to me, and it just happened that I have a space right here for it. All right, hopefully you can see it. Let's see. Okay, good. Yep, okay, I think I can do it this way easier. Okay, all right, so this unit, the way you take it off is that you just kind of lift this plate. This is a plate up, it just pops right out. Okay, so that's the easy part. Now, then this thing is mounted with 2 screws. I want to show it to you, okay? One here, one here. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and unscrew. Now, again, as a disclaimer, this has already been taken off before, just so that this video goes much quicker. All right, so you take that out, screw is out. And then on here, there's not a screw. Okay, it's a flat. Just use a flat screwdriver. Take it out, pop it out. So once you remove those 2 screws, guys, this whole thing's just gonna pop out. All right, pop off right there. Okay, so you can still see it. Okay, good. Now, so right now, that's the plate that connects all the wire. This wire is, there's a C, R, G, yellow, and then also lastly W. Okay, so 5 wires in here, and I just again, I already unscrewed it ahead of time, so this is the last one I have to take out. Okay. So all this is loose. Oh, one more thing is that before you actually remove it, make sure to take a picture. All right, take a picture of this thing so you know exactly which wire goes to which terminal. Okay, so the red is R, brown is C, green is G, yellow is Y, and then this white one is W. Okay, now then the last thing, which is the most difficult thing I found on this project, is to remove this plate, and it's mounted by 1, 2, 3, and 4 screws. Usually it's pretty easy to remove, but then these screws, I want to show you, it looks like these. All right, so it's a hex, and there's you can use a Phillips screwdriver or a flat screwdriver to try to screw it out. So that becomes pretty difficult. The most challenging thing for me on this project is to find a tool that fits right in there and will be able to actually fit in that slot. Okay, but regardless, I was able to do that anyway. So right now there's only 2 more screws left, and I'm gonna go ahead and screw them out. and I should be able to see the wire. I mean remove this plate, and then should be ready to go. All right, so I'll remove 1 screw, 2 screw, 3 screw. Look at how long these screws are. All right, and then 1 more is here. See, this thing doesn't even fit in there, so you can't really turn it. So the way I did it was I had to use a wrench and kind of try to fit myself in there. Yeah, I don't know why they use this design, but regardless, it was there. All right, so this is the most difficult part of removing this particular thermostat. Everything else was pretty straightforward. Let me see here. All right, so I do have to kind of manually force it in to break loose of that mounting screw there. And luckily I do have the right size of wrench, so it actually fits right in there. So now it's loose enough, and let me see if I can try to fit this in a, okay, I think it fit. Yeah, the plastic around it is so tight as well, and just doesn't give me a lot of room to. Okay, got it. All right, so that's. Ooh. All right, so here's the wire, and here's the plate, and it's out. Da-da! That's the old plate. Time to go, buddy. Okay. The video still going on? Yes. All right. So you got this wire, and I want to cover it with the wall plate. That's as good as it gets. I'm just going to paint that later on. Right there. It's no big deal. So you have. Okay, so actually I'm going to stop it right here as part 1 on how to remove that, and part 2 is how to install it, okay? All right, now this part is to document how to install this NAS Pro right here, okay? So first and foremost, expose the wire and make sure you label them. Remember, I took a picture before I disconnect, so I know exactly where they are. So I got a common, I labeled them common. White, red goes to red H, yellow goes to Y1, and then green is the ground. So I got this map from Nest. I call their support, and basically that's what they told me. All right, let me kind of zoom this in here real quick. All right, so you labeled everything nice and neat, and now you're ready to install this thing here. So first and foremost, I got this wall plate, which I'm gonna install it first, because I don't want to fill all these holes and stuff like that. I think this looks kind of nice too. Give it a professional installation look. So I just kind of eyeball it. You can use a leveler. I didn't use it, and then I just kind of try to use one of the pre-existing hole, so I don't have to drill too many holes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and I want to see if there's any studs behind it. Got a drill bit here, and I do just like drill through it. No stud. Just drywall, pure drywall here. No stud, which is okay. That's why you just know that you have to put an anchor. Okay, so 4 holes are drilled, no stud. I've seen some people just like put the screw in there, but over time this thing is going to come loose. I don't want to do that. I want to do it right. So I'm going to use this kind of anchor here. 4 of them. Two in. And 4th one. Oh, it's here. I'm sorry. All right, so that's your 4. Now let's screw them in. A little bit brighter so you guys can see a little bit better here. All right, so you got your anchors ready. Those anchors gonna be ready for the screws, of course. And this way, after you mount it, this thing will be secure and it'll last for a while. Oops, sorry about that. Oh, this thing moved. Do apologize. I don't have an assistant here, so. Okay, so 4 screws in. Right, 4 screws in. Now, let's turn on the plate. Right. All right, so got my electrical drill. Sorry about that. Pretty level, right? I think so. Let's see, double check. Okay. Let's see. Looks pretty good to me. So all in. You can still adjust it to your liking. Okay. That's a little bit taller here. All right. I'm pretty picky about the level of this thing. I don't even need to use a leveler here because this thing, I was going to eyeball it. Okay. So this is good, and just use this one to tighten it up, so to speak. Let's see here. There you go. Still moving around, so I'm gonna. Okay, so that's pretty tight. So the plate is in, and now let's put the base. There's a second layer of the base goes in here. You know what? This thing is sticking out, so it doesn't have a space here for me to make it flush. So unfortunately, as much as I like those two holes to be in there, I need to remove them. So I can't use these two screws because they're not flat. You know what? All right, so I removed the two screws, and now let's just go ahead and use the top and the bottom screw. All right, so and this out of the way. Make sure I am in the right area here. There you go. Key is to get one in first. Okay. All right. Once the first one's in, the second one's easy. Let's put it center. Second screw here. And just keep in mind I have the anchors in there already, okay? Okay, that's pretty level. All right, and make sure it's tight enough. So okay, looks pretty level. Okay, it's not going anywhere. Okay, it's tight. And now, just gotta get these wires into the proper places. Yellow and green. White, common, and red. Okay, so let's do them one at a time. So these just make sure that they are straight. That's a key. So the way you do it, you press that, supposedly, and you just insert it all the way in. And this might be a little bit too long. That's a little bit too long, so let's just cut that wire a little bit. You have a scissors? All right, so I'm gonna test the wall plate and the base with the top and bottom screw very snug and tight now. It's not going to go anywhere. I did not use those 2 screws. It's probably not necessary anyway. Now the wire fits right in. They're all labeled nicely. Yellow is Y1, green is G, red is RH, C is C, and then white is W1. Now, every unit is different, so make sure you label yours correctly. I had a little challenges because I wasn't sure whether the yellow goes to Y1 and Y2, so I called Nest and they helped me to figure this out. Okay, so now all I gotta do is hopefully just insert and attach these wires. G goes to green. All right, make sure they're snug, make sure they're not coming out. Y goes to W1. C goes to common. And red goes to RH down here. Okay. All right. So this will be good. And let me just kind of pull the wiring from the back a little bit. All right. Just double check, making sure that they're not coming out. All right, it looks good. I don't like this thing bumps out, so I'm gonna pull the wire from the back a little bit more. Okay. Okay. All right, so now everything goes in there nice and flush. Okay, that should be it. Just double check, making sure the wires are not loose, anything like that. They're not like popping out. This white one is a little bit, I wasn't sure about this white one here, so I'm gonna make sure I okay, it's tight. Okay, white to W1, C to C, red to RH, green to G, yellow to Y1, and that's exactly what I was told to do. Everything looks snug, and what I have to do is like pull this thing out. Okay. All right, guys, so let's see if it works. Put the power in. right? And I'm gonna turn the breaker on and see if it works. Okay. All right, guys. So plug in the power. The breaker's on, and the key is to close out these panels because the panels will. Once you close it, then the whole system is activated because there's a lever right here. When you open the panel, even if you plug this in, it won't turn on. So everything's closed up, and now the power's in. And to see if it's successfully installed, all I gotta do is to look at the thermostat and make sure there is power. Let's check it out. There it is. All right, guys. So this concludes the the setup. I'm not gonna go through that because that's pretty straightforward. This concludes the installation, going from this old thing here. Wow, this is probably like 30 years old, right? It's a Honeywell. Still works like a champ, right? But they don't look that good, and time to upgrade. And from removing it and all the way to installing a brand new 3rd generation Nest Pro. Okay, so I hope this video helped you to save some money, and if you're a do-it-yourself type of guy, this should be pretty straightforward. And if you're not, look for a professional installer to help you out. But this project should be fairly straightforward. All right, so hope it helps. Thank you.